Good evening. Calling this meeting to order. There's no, yes. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. A pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for joining us on this lovely summer evening. Good to see you all. We've just come from closed session. We have nothing to report out from closed session. All right. Up first, colleagues, is approval of minutes. We have a few minutes are from a couple of dates that are before some of the current trustees were here and before our student trustees were here. So can I get a motion to approve the minutes from November 13th, 2023? Thank you. Moved by Landsberger, seconded by
Chang will second.
Chang. Thank you. Student trustees, I assume you're going to abstain, but how do you vote?
I abstain. I abstain.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Any abstentions?
Abstain.
Abstain. Okay, thank you. December 11th, 2023 minutes. Anyone want to move to approve those?
Chang moves approval.
Thank you. Would somebody like to second?
Second.
Thank you. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Would this also be an appropriate time for us to abstain as well?
Yes,
Okay, I abstain.
yes.
I abstain.
Unless you were happen to be watching us on the 20th, on the December 11th, the 2023. So colleagues, all in favor, say aye. Any say nay, any abstentions? Abstain. Great, thank you. Let's move on to the current year. We have included in the packet minutes from July 13th, 2026. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll motion to approve those minutes.
Thank you. Trustee Gavatua, anyone want a second? Student trustees, you can second or you can move at any time if you like.
I second.
Thank you. All right. Student trustees, this is a meeting for which you were here. How do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Aye. Okay. Any opposed? Any abstentions? No. All righty. Thank you. This part of our agenda is for public comment. I do not have any cards for public comment. Okay, great. Thank you. The next section of our agenda is our consent calendar. These are actions that we move all at once. Generally, they are continuing, repeating actions. We stop and take a moment beforehand to see if anybody wants to pull anything from the consent calendar that they believe needs extra discussion. And I see Chancellor Lambert with his finger up.
So we would like to pull two pieces off of here for some additional conversation and context. So the Human Resources Report and the military piece as well. That's 9.2. Oh, I'm sorry, that's later in. I don't need to pull that. I'm sorry.
Okay, so just the one.
Okay, so just
One.
7.1.4, which is the Human Resources Report. Anything else? Leadership tables? Okay. All righty. Then can I get a motion to approve the consent calendar minus item number 4?
Chang makes that motion, items 1 through 13 minus item 4.
I will second.
Thank you. Trustee Gavatua. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? All right.
Thank you. And I'm going to rely on my labor colleague, Scott Olson. So there's one item that I need to pull from the report, but I can't find it on the page that's posted on on the website.
Let's see, I think I have it up. There's one related to Brenda Romero Carrillo. It says extension, but it's actually a reduction in contract from 12 to 11 months. This was done after the March 15th date. It is a categorical fund, and so there may be some different rules around it, but I still think the timeline is too narrow for this action to take place. So we'd like more time to review whether or not it's appropriate and per our agreement and under Ed Code labor law. In addition, I think there were 2 temporary employees that we're talking about. So regularly we have questions about what is seasonal work, what is a short-term employee, and what is a substitute. And we just so happen to have 2 T7s, which are considered seasonal. Actually, one is a consultant. So there's a consultant position that's the same as a classified hourly position doing the work in the ACE bargaining unit. So it would almost look like contracting out bargaining unit work. So this is the piano accompanist at De Anza. So I just have some questions about why the same work is being treated differently, because with the classified hourly, you can reduce or expand the number of hours. So it seems like it should be treated the same way, but we may have some more conversations there. And then there's an additional T7 for a Mandarin cohort in the Child Development Center. And it only goes until December. My understanding is the Mandarin language is not a seasonal language, and thus it would probably continue longer than that or be extended. And so we would have questions about the ongoing work and the duties assigned.
So those are the 3 items we'd like pulled from the report itself so that we can continue discussions with ACE. But-
As well as the position eliminations, I think.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 TEAs and the 1 position contract reduction.
So
So-
could you give us names?
Yeah. Yes, given that the line items don't have numbers,
Yeah.
which maybe in the future would be helpful. Can you give us names of the lines that you want to pull?
I could, so the top 3 under classified, it has 133033, which is a position for coordinator student resources at Foothill College, 130143, a coordinator in the Kraus Center, 230121, which is an admin 2 in De Anza College. I think we know broadly the narrative. I just want to see that the work has been done there. Additionally, there was, it's on that same page, or actually, I'm sorry, the next page. Romero Carrillo, Brenda, a program coordinator 1 in the Vita office at De Anza. And then the T7s would take me longer to find, but it's a T7, and again, it relates to Mandarin language speaking. And then the last one related to piano accompanists. So generally I look for the work that positions are doing, not necessarily names of individuals.
Vice Chancellor Rose, does that track with what you?
Yes.
Okay. Chancellor Lambert, do you have any comment or any question?
Well, it's just, I don't know if it's appropriate at this time to just provide a brief update on the childcare piece. And if that seems inappropriate for this moment related, because there's some resignations in here from the Child Development Center.
That feels in scope to me.
Was that?
That feels in scope.
Okay.
Well, it depends.
Go ahead.
Depends on if Vice Chancellor Rose agrees with you.
To give an update on why they're,
I think the why part is the difficult component of this, right? So what we can say is, right now, we recognize there's ongoing concerns within the Child Development Center. We have a new vice president on board, Aaron Korngable, who's in the audience tonight, who will be following up on what's happening at the Child Care Center to look more deeply into what's actually happening. Also, I will be going out and visiting with the Child Care Center staff when I return from my trip as well, just to get another eyes on what's happening there. So with those 2 pieces coming together, we're hoping to better understand what the dynamics are at the center.
Thank you. Okay, back to Vice Chancellor Rose. Are we clear on what
we're
we
good.
want to strike
Yes,
from this?
thank you.
Okay, great. So colleagues, if there are no other questions or comments, can I get a motion to approve this HR report minus those line items?
Move approval.
That's Casas.
Chang seconds.
Thanks. All right. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Great, thank you. Passes. Okay, on to board business. First, we're going to talk about Measure G. And who's presenting today? De La Rosa?
Yes, Board President Godfrey. So this is a change order that we are requesting for approval for the architects, Winterton Builders, to add and continue to explore the current A8 building to see if this is something that we could repurpose as part of the overall creative arts building. As right now, the current scope for the architect doesn't include the review and the study of A8 as part of the whole creative arts project. And so with this change order, this would include that. It will provide additional design for. I'll have Joel Cadiz, Executive Director of Facilities, to explain further. My apologies.
Additional square footage at the request of the college to review one program that required additional square footage, and the need was accommodated through other departments within the creative arts giving away some of their square footage. So now we have to reshuffle and really look at the adjacencies. The AA will be a future changer next month.
So my apologies. What I'm looking at on the screen doesn't match
Alright.
what is on our printed agenda.
Oh, it's CEQA, not
No, what's on the printed agenda is different. So
Oh.
as you may know, we have a brand new system and we're still getting our feet under it with us. So what's on our agenda is Measure G bond change order. What I see on the screen, which is also 8.1, says CEQA, but we do want to vote,
Not the printed.
not the printed. Okay.
so we're talking about CEQA.
We're talking about.
Yes, I was taking you down the path of what is on this lovely agenda. However, it's not the same path that is on our screen.
But I think I
Because
have
we
an
have
answer
growing
for that too.
I know.
So this
So
resolution.
can you pivot? Please
Yes, I
pivot.
can.
Thank you.
So this resolution establishes a CEQA exemption for the Foothill College football field artificial turf replacement, as well as future artificial turf replacement project, provided that they are conducted with a like-for-like replacement. And then these projects qualify for CEQA because they don't involve an expansion of the footprint. They have to remain within the footprint and the no increase in size and capacity. Our consultant, Rachel Gorin from PlaceWorks, is here. Should the board have any more detailed questions about this CEQA exemption?
It would not surprise me if we do.
Of course.
Team, do we have some questions? You have questions?
Well, is there any trouble getting the exemption? Is there any controversy behind it? Is this pretty standard?
It is pretty standard because
Okay.
it is an existing artificial turf, and the future we will replace if they are existing artificial turf, provided that they're not going to increase in size.
Good.
Any other questions or comments? This is before us for action.
Move for approval?
That was Casas. Anyone want a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Trustee Cavatua. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed, say nay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll wait to see what comes up next to know what we have to talk about. Okay,
Does, it is, okay.
childcare development. Now, Vice Chancellor De La Rosa, is it you now?
So this is a standard item that we bring to the board, but this time the county is requiring us for the board to adopt a resolution which is the document that they will accept as part of the documentation for the childcare center that we have at the Anza College. So this is for your approval. Adoption.
Thank you. This is an action item. Colleagues, any
I'll move for
questions?
approval. I don't have. questions.
Leadership tables, any questions? Yeah, okay. So Costas moves for approval. Who would like to second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Great, passes. Thank you. All right, meeting calendar. Does anybody have any questions on the meeting calendar? Okay, would somebody like to move for approval? Chancellor Lambert, I see you going for your microphone. Would you like to say something?
Well, I think there may just some clarity around a couple of dates. I believe in April and in May. It's set. Can you pull up the calendar for a moment? Okay. This is
know.
the reality of
Second one.
this new technology. So I believe the dates for April and May may pose a conflict for one or more board members. And so am I right to say those are the 2 months? And so if the board would like us to go back, approve this with us going back and just re-examining those dates to make sure that we can bring it in more alignment.
Yes, I relied on the first Monday and made some future plans on both of those months. So if we can approve it tonight and then see how we can deal with the conflicts at a later date. That'd be fine.
Any other comments or questions? All right. Do we have a motion to approve this with the caveat that April and May will be revisited?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Costas. Trustee Costas. Somebody second that?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Trustee Gubatua. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Great. Thank you. All right, up next. Conference calendar. Chancellor Lambert, do you have anything you want to say about that? You don't have to.
No, I think just to reemphasize that having our board present at a number, especially the statewide conferences, and to a lesser extent, the national conferences always reflects well on our board's leadership at the state level and at the national level. And so to the degree that at least one or more of you can join us, we certainly welcome that as a way to just keep the visibility out there for the district and just the leadership of this district for the state and across the country, I think is very important. So I don't want us to overlook that significance of that.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve this calendar?
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Say-
Anybody opposed? Say nay. Any abstentions? Great. Thank you. All right, out of calendars. We're moving on to business services. We are talking about a new 457B. Is that you, Vice Chancellor De La Rosa?
That is correct. So for your consideration tonight, adding an additional plan provider for our 457B deferred compensation plan for our employees. We currently have 3, and Fidelity would be our 4th option for our employees. Should the board approve this as a 4th item for our 457B. And currently, Fidelity is already providing services to our employees through our 403B plan. So this is just adding them as a 4th item in response to a request from some of our bargaining group, employee groups who wanted another option for a 457B plan.
Thank you for that explanation. Any questions, comments? Okay, can I get a motion?
Move the item.
Thank you. A second?
I second.
Thank you. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, great. Up next, the annual report for military equipment. Is this something we wanted to pull
Yes.
or?
No, just I'd like to have Chief Worley just provide a little more background context for this particular item, especially as it relates to area stock AR-15s.
Great. Thank you, Chief.
Hello, board members. All right, so AB 481 was signed into law September 30th of 2021. It requires us to report on military equipment that law enforcement use. The list is located under Government Code 7070, and it's a pretty extensive list. Fortunately, we do not have a lot of it, but there is some stuff that we do need to are required to report. The past reports have included our items. However, the AR-15s that we had in stock since 2015 were not reported on. This is something that we have continued to have use of. And so we caught that at a later point in the report. So we have now corrected that report, and going forth, it will be correct.
Thank you. Let me see if my colleagues have questions or comments.
So I think, Chief, if you wouldn't mind, just being clear on under what special circumstances would the AR-15s be used? So that was one of the questions I believe one of the board members had. And I don't know if there's other questions beyond that question, but if you wouldn't mind just kind of giving us a better understanding of how they're used, if they're even used at all.
They are used. They're typically brought out with the patrol cars, and they are used in should there be some kind of incident in which somebody has a weapon of some type. And as law enforcement officers, we want to be able to overpower that threat. So, and that's the use for them. And as opposed to like a handgun, this allows us to shoot farther should it be necessary and more accurate.
Didn't realize that we had those, I guess. So again, all staff members of yours are trained to utilize this item?
Only the officers.
Okay.
I appreciate the detail on the circumstances in which they're used. Do you know how common is it for other college districts to have them? Is this a standard item in the repertoire, or?
It is pretty standard. It's standard in law enforcement. Most patrol vehicles now carry AR-15 style rifles as opposed to the shotgun. The difference between the shotgun is that it has a widespread pattern. The AR-15 is able to shoot the projectile farther and more accurately. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions, team? Oh, there's questions too, right there.
I just wanted to know if these are semi-automatic rifles.
Yes, they are. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to clarify on page 10 where it says the summary for 2025 and it lists usage, it says none. That I assume specifically refers to they were not fired. Is it because you make it sound like they are used and that they are available in squad cars, but what constitutes use?
Use would be used in the field for a particular incident which required deadly force.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, If there are no other questions, can I get a move to approve this item?
I'll motion to approve.
Thank you, trustee
I'll
Camacho.
second.
Thank you, trustee Landsberger. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Nay. I'll abstain.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Any abstentions? Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Chief. Next up,
Sorry, can you just repeat that one more time? The student trustees, sorry, I just want to make sure I catch this. Lena, you said nay?
no,
Abstain?
choose abstain.
And Maria said no. And then what was the rest of the vote?
The rest of us were aye. Yes.
No, I was nay.
Oh, I didn't hear
Costas
that.
was nay.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yes, I was nay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Alrighty, up next. Now we get to talk about Measure G.
So this item in front of you is a bond list revision. So this is a technical revision, which means that it's more of an accounting technique that we need to do as we close the fiscal year and reallocate some of those items to the different programs. And then the other piece here is to allocate the interest earned that we have generated for the bond. So there's no significant changes for the Measure G bond list revision that is in front of you for approval tonight.
Thank you. Colleagues, do we have questions? Okay, I don't see any. Do you have a question? I don't see any questions. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Thank you. Trustee
Thank-
Casas?
Chang seconds.
Check in
unless
seconds.
You're, check seconds.
Okay. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Aye. Anybody opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Great. Thank you. Thank you for that, Vice Chancellor
Thank
De
you.
La Rosa. Let's talk about Measure C. This might be the last time we talk about Measure C, right?
That is correct. So this will be the final bond list revision for Measure C, which technically closes out Measure C as part of the obligation of the district in ensuring that we spent every pertinent dollar that is given to us by our voters for the Measure C bond about 20 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And so this would be the second to the last step for the Measure C bond, or third to the last step. The last two remaining steps for Measure C is finalizing or submitting to the board the final report. And then once the board accepts the final report, the last meeting of CBOC related to Measure C.
Congratulations.
It's a long road, but
It's a
we
long
did it.
road. Any comments or questions for Vice Chancellor De La Rosa? Okay, seeing none, can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Thank you, trustee Casas. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, up next is our human resources section. Looks like there is a health benefits plan changes proposed. Vice Chancellor Rose.
Yes, I just want to thank the members of the Joint Labor Management Benefits Committee. They did their usual great work, working with us, and a special shout out to Beijing Li, Director of Benefits, and our consultant. So this looks a little bit different because the timing is such that we have to reach a decision on the employer contribution rates by July 31st. And we didn't have all the information available to see what authorization level I would be given with respect to regular contract negotiations. So this presented an option, right, for us. And so, so again, I want to thank the team for thinking about this and approving it. So thank you.
Thank you. Do we have questions for Vice Chancellor Rose? Yes.
Thank you. Definitely to the team. This is always an important role that they play on behalf of all employees. Question, as I was comparing and looking at rates on the attachment to current rates, they are going down. Am I looking at that correctly?
I wish. No, they're not,
No,
unfortunately.
I didn't see that
Yeah,
correctly.
Yeah.
I thought the numbers were
So
smaller than
what,
today's chart.
overall, the bigger picture is the increased cost to the district is about 1.5 million. And so what we've been working on through the joint labor, the JLMBC is, we're probably never going to achieve savings. So it's more of a cost reduction. So, we've tried a couple of different paths. One is to incentivize movement towards a lower cost plan. So, the rates, I'm not sure which one you're looking at, but some of the contribution levels may be a little bit lower than the previous year. So, but the overall rates did not go down. Yeah.
But it looked like the employee contributions were lower, no?
In
Certain
yeah.
plans. Okay. So that's a good thing in those certain plans. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Then I did read it correctly. But again, mainly thanks to the committee. This is important for next steps.
Any other questions or comments?
While we're talking about insurance, I'll just make a note that Delta Dental is becoming way more problematic for a lot of people to use. And I don't know what other options there are, but anytime I get a chance to talk about Delta Dental, I suggest we look for someone else. For those of you not unfamiliar, like the big problem is dentists are just kind of stopping to accept it because their reimbursement rates are so low.
If I may, through the president. So we have looked at that extensively. And so the last 2 years, I would say, because your representatives have made it very clear to us that the dentists are leaving the network. And so, two things people don't want to change: hairdresser, dentist. So, but there's not a lot out there. And so we couldn't really broaden the network, but you'll see in this a dental enhancement to try to make up for some of the other fallbacks or less than ideal situations with Delta Dental, but they're the largest. And so it's the difference of having to pay the out-of-network costs.
Yes, sir.
And I was just going to comment. Yeah, we have looked at it each year because Delta Dental is the largest network. And the issue seems to be that the reimbursement rates from Delta to a dentist are the same, whether you're in Barstow, Bakersfield, or Cupertino. And so obviously what is charged to run a dentist office here is far more, and thus they fall out of network because they want to charge more to exist in this space. But it is the largest network where people can be covered. We have analyzed it next to other networks, and it would create more disruption to change plans, and you would probably end up with a smaller network. So it's a reality of the industry. But I encourage you to check with FA, who represents you, and they will probably say the same thing that I've said.
And I can confirm where I work, we have the same problem. Yes. I'm the head of HR where I work, and we have the exact same problem. Other questions, comments? No, okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll move the item.
Thank you, trustee Landsberger. Can I get a second?
I'll make a second.
Thank you, trustee Casas. Student trustees, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ooh, in unison. Thank you. Colleagues, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? All righty. We are to the point in our agenda where we are going to do leadership reports. How about, who wants to start? Oh, no. Nice try.
I pass.
For those of you sitting behind him, he did this. Trying not to be first.
We'll just keep moving from the first person, who is Garrett, on behalf of CSEA. Thank you for that lovely report. ACE has nothing significant to report other than we're just working with the district. Thank you for pulling those line items. We spent the day coordinating with HR, and we'll look forward to following up with those. Again, our HR department, as well as the chancellor, have been excellent in navigating issues. Beyond that, thank you for approving our Joint Labor Management Benefits Council MOU that was monumental. It impacts employees directly. And so we appreciate that as well. Beyond that, we look forward to seeing you in September. Thank you.
There was a very successful Curriculum Institute put on by the ASCCC up in Sacramento during July. We had a really good turnout, both from the district and in general across the state. We talked about all the interesting curriculum bits. If you'd like to know more about curriculum, you should come to the Curriculum Institute. It's a lot of fun. Other than that, I just want to say thank you to President Kuhn for helping guide us these last several months, and a warm welcome to incoming President De La Rosa, who will be leading us for the next handful of months, starting in September.
No report. Thank you.
Is that on? Yeah, Faculty Association just thanks everyone for their hard work on the health benefits package. And we're really looking forward to finishing up the rest of the negotiations now that we've got that piece closed, and looking forward to actually a little bit of a break here before we come back to classes. And one little tidbit I'll just tell you that I learned about today, completely unrelated to actually our district. Well, not unrelated, but we were not one of the districts chosen in an audit, but the chancellor's office or the state just released their audit of the community college reserve funds, where they audited 6 districts related to that. And so I just encourage you to take a look at that. And I just learned about it today, so I'm still reading it, but it's kind of an interesting read. So it's worth taking a look at as we move into a new financial world here in Foothill-De. That's it. Thanks.
While we also, De Anza Classified Senate has not held any formal Senate meetings over the summer due to our classified professionals working 10 and 11-month schedules, but we have continued our work behind the scenes. Since my last report, a group of classified professionals have finalized the new De Anza Classified Senate Constitution, including the addition of classified professionals 9+1 to the Constitution to strengthen classified participation and shared governance. And now we're in the final stages of refining and developing the new bylaws as well. We're also planning to host a classified Senate retreat or summit on August 25th to reintroduce classified Senate to our classified professionals, basically what the Senate is, how it works, how classified professionals can participate, and more importantly, how the Senate can support and advocate for them. The retreat will also include a presentation on nonviolent communication strategies to help strengthen communication and collaboration across our campus community. We're also getting ready to host Northern California Classified Senates on November 6th for the gathering of the Senates as well. And basically, I'm looking forward to bringing our classified professionals back together soon, hopefully in September, and continuing our discussions on a broader level. Thank you.
Hi, Elaine representing Teamsters. Just again, want to thank the bargaining unit colleagues as we engage in productive negotiation with districts regarding benefits. Wanted to provide just an update that the Teamsters classification and compensation study is still ongoing, and we continue to negotiate. And we hope that those negotiations will come to completion before the start of the school year, but we'll keep you posted. And that is it. Looking forward to seeing everybody in September.
Thank you.
Madam President, I just have a brief report for everyone tonight. So I want to thank Vice Chancellor Momjen for pulling together the financial aid teams from both colleges for a retreat they had last week. And I heard this was one of the first times that the two colleges have gotten together in a retreat format for at least about 7 years. So just my hats off to her leadership for making that happen. I been asked by Wheelhouse, that's the leadership program out of UC Davis, that's focused on aspiring presidents and newly minted presidents and new presidents to the state of California to do a presentation on digital transformation. So I've already done that. Also, I was invited to the Google Education Leadership Series recently, so I attended that, and I'm also on their higher education board that they have formed. And then I just want to thank Dr. David Wayne Kuhn for his service with our district. As noted, he has done a great job of calming the waters, bringing stability, and setting the college on a good path forward. And I also want to, please, let's give him a hand for his service. And I want to, thank all of the employee group leaders at De Anza for the conversations I've had with them as we thought about, so what would that transition look like? And as those conversations unfolded, become clear that Vice Chancellor De La Rosa would be a good, solid choice to move into the interim role. So thank you for approving his contract this evening. So let's give him a hand too, please. And we are working on a backfill for his position as we speak. And that is my report.
Good evening, and I'll continue the good vibes and appreciation to David Wayne Kuhn, who's been an incredible colleague. So thank you so much. And when I send you the link to my report later tonight, it'll include also a link to the YouTube video of our graduation summary. If you wanted to relive some of the key moments, well produced, and it brings back all the good feelings. But this month we've continued with graduation good feelings, including the graduation of the third cohort of our semiconductor process technician graduates. I enjoyed attending that graduation, which we have typically hosted, but this time Nokia, one of our industry partners, hosted that graduation. So it was great to be at their facility and to see the graduates move into a space of economic mobility. And then also, we heard word from our program director, Rochelle Campbell of Radiologic Technology, that all 28 graduates passed their ARRT national boards on their first attempt. So the good news keeps rolling with graduation. We have kicked off enrollment and with 2 Kickstarter days, and they've been well attended and provided bespoke service to students who are getting ready to join us in the fall. And the summer has been filled with Foothill being out in the community at some of the local festivals, including, I think, 30 hours logged by Simon Pennington at Los Altos Fine Art in the Park. Never tires of speaking eloquently about Foothill College, but also you'll see in my report that our own art students were there selling their wares and raising up the profile of what it means to be a professional artist and get your start at Foothill College. That's my report.
Good evening. Late this afternoon, we actually sent you a link to our report. So I know you haven't had the opportunity to read it yet because you were here actually when we sent that link. So in our report this month, we do highlight some of the statistics for summer session, served over 10,000 students. And exciting in community education, we also had some summer academies where over 500 students participated. So that was very exciting. Also highlighted are certainly some programs, partnerships. If I'm going through here, there was a very well-attended welcome for Dr. De La Rosa last week, and a highlight about our high-ranking and online degrees. I did want to highlight, we had about 4 pieces of media that were spotlighted. I want to bring one to your attention. This month, De Anza College is featured in the League of Innovation's monthly newsletter, thanks to an article written by Vice President Subramaniam and LeBlue Burns, with the support of Associate Vice President Smith's team in communications. The article is titled, "The Evolution of an Ecosystem, How De Anza Fuels Student Success Through Integrated Support." And it basically focuses on, this is a 5-page article, focuses on 3 interconnected pillars: a village structure that organizes all academic programs into meta majors, a network of 24 learning communities that provide culturally responsive depth, and a strengthened basic needs infrastructure that removes the non-academic barriers that prevent students from fully engaging in their education. So it was really quite a coup to be featured in the League of Innovation's newsletter. And again, thanks to the vice presidents for pulling that off. Also, speaking of vice presidents, I do want to formally introduce Vice President Aaron Korngable. He assumed the role of Vice President of Workforce Innovations and Economic Advancement on August 3rd, so he's all of a week into it. Now, you may recognize Aaron because he previously served here at Foothill College as Dean of Business and Social Sciences, and he's served in that role since 2022. But prior to Foothill, he worked in my home state, Washington, where he was the Dean of Workforce Instruction at North Seattle Community College for 5 years. And just really quickly, this is quite an important role. And as Vice President, Aaron will provide leadership and vision in coordinating the development and operation of workforce development community education programs on and off campus, lead the implementation of new career technical education programs, and provide leaderships to ensure the viability and integrity of career and vocational programs. So let's welcome Aaron. Thank you, Aaron, for being here. Look forward to great things from that area. And just in closing, I really want to just take the opportunity to thank Chancellor Lambert, the board, the senior leadership team from De Anza, the executive leadership team from here, as well as everybody else for the warm welcome you've given me in the last 4 months. It's truly been an honor to have capstoned my career here at De Anza College and the Foothill-De Anza Community College District. So thank you very much. That concludes my report.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maria. Let me get this closer. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria. I am the student trustee for Foothill College. Not too much to report. I am a part of a external organization called SSCCC, which some people in here may be aware of. But in short, I am the Legislative Affairs Director for Region 4, which is encompassing Silicon Valley and the broader Bay Area. And being student trustee as well, I've decided to reflect a little bit and see where I can merge both of those responsibilities together. So I've been doing some brainstorming, and I think that for the following term, I will be doing office hours here at Foothill, but also virtually, so that if anyone came to me with any questions regarding SSCCC or with our district, I will be able to answer them promptly. I would also like to meet with my colleague, Lena, in the coming months or in the coming following month regarding our upcoming term for fall, and to see where both of our duties will align for the fall quarter. So I'm very excited for that. And then also planning personal tasks regarding my college as well. Since being here as a student trustee, I've been noticing a lot of recurring themes, particularly in public comment. So things relating to student housing and I lost my train of thought, sorry. But regarding student housing and basic needs, those are the two primary factors that I would like to focus on in the coming months for fall quarter. So yeah, that is my report.
Nothing to report other than to add my thanks to President Wayne Kuhn for everything you've done for the past few months at De Anza, and to incoming President De La Rosa for the months of service you're about to render. Thank you.
Well, I'm just grateful that both financial aid offices got together in the spirit of Somos Uno, and I'm glad to see that and hope further collaborations are in effect within our district. Thank you, David Kuhn, for your service. And welcome to our workforce development, Aaron. Let's see. Oh, I attended Cupertino had a Chamber of Commerce event, and Supervisor Margaret Abacoga was the keynote speaker, and she highlighted our mobile medical unit at De Anza. So this is, we need, it's not just for students and faculty, it's a community asset. So I just hope that the community is encouraged to attend because if we don't have the numbers, it'll go away. And it provides a lot of great, good general practitioner services. So anyways, we do have, we need to do a foundation report. A foundation report.
Can we bring in Dennis? Do you
Yes,
want
Dennis,
to do this
can you
foundation report?
please do us the honor?
You bet. Thank you, trustee Casas, and thank you, members of the board. The foundation board met on the 22nd of July for its regular meeting and looked at some of the numbers from the last fiscal year through June 30th. The foundation raised $7.53 million last year, which is more than 2 million above what it raised the previous year. It's our high water mark over the last 30 plus years. Mostly due to a couple of grants that came in, but we will take credit for the high water mark. Can't take credit for the stock market, but the last year's earnings were 18.75% earnings on the foundation's portfolio with nearly $75 million in assets. And our reserve balance is about $969,000. The board adopted the budget for 26-27 of about 1.85 million. Most of that is for salaries and benefits. As many of you know, the foundation is self-funded. So we, as a foundation, provide those funds back to the district when we get a bill at the end of every month. The foundation board elected new board officers. Ahmed Mustafa will continue as president. So Young Park as vice president. Katie Zoglin will serve as the board secretary, and Ben Dubin will serve as the board treasurer. Those four, along with the chancellor, make up our executive committee. So we are grateful to Ahmed for stepping up for a second year to serve as board president. I'll just highlight a couple of gifts. Melanie on my team has been working with a private individual, a couple who wanted to support nursing in the region. And they decided to make a $300,000 gift to De Anza College to purchase equipment for the De Anza nursing program. You might have seen the press release from UC San Francisco, who's worked tirelessly with Nancy Chung, our dean, and Teresa Ong at Foothill to create an NDT program. That's a neurodiagnostic technician program. There are none in Northern California until this year, thanks to the great work of our friends at Foothill College. UCSF made a grant to start the pilot year of $170,000, and we received those funds. To the discussion about the financial aid offices, our foundation team is working with the financial aid teams on the implementation of a new scholarship portal, which we think will be easier for students to use and easier for us on the back end to track. So we're looking forward to that implementation this year in 26-27. And finally, we are waiting for a grant agreement, but we did receive a $50,000 grant from El Camino Health to support Rad Tech at Foothill. So this will be up to $5,000 stipends, $5,000 grants to 10 students in the Rad Tech program. And that's really to help improve the pipeline of those individuals. Finally, just a point of personal privilege, Dr. Momjian apparently is celebrating her 1-year anniversary with the district. That's a rumor on the street. So congratulations to our colleague.
Lena.
Hi, everyone. Lena Kong here, student trustee for De Anza. No report, but I am excited to be working with Maria and the rest of the board for the next year.
I have nothing else to add. What a nice welcoming, lots of welcomes and anniversaries, and thank you for the service. So appreciate having you all here. With that, we're adjourned.